Chicago authorities are rolling out a new tool to track individuals arrested on firearms charges. One America's Megan Dyke takes a look at the reactions to the new system.
Authorities in Chicago are helping the public track down who's been arrested on gun charges with a new database before suspects are convicted. Democrat Mayor Lori Lightfoot recently unveiled the gun offender dashboard, which lists the name and charges against those individuals. The information is already public, but opponents of the system say grouping these individuals together as offenders and not arrestees sends the wrong message. Cook County Public Defender Amy Campanelli also expressed her concerns over this issue. In her own words, she says the Chicago Police Department is flaunting bond court stats as if they've already been convicted, despite a lack of context to those charges.
These are individual people who have individual stories and individual issues in their case. We represented a man recently, a young man, who, when we were talking to him at the bail hearing, lifted up his shirt and showed us that he had 12 bullet wounds in his stomach. Yes, he was charged with carrying a weapon, but he had just testified against someone in court who had shot him 12 times.
Campanelli also cited the case of a Marine Corps veteran who was arrested for possession of her ex-boyfriend's firearm that he accidentally left at her home.
See, that's what the dashboard doesn't say. You don't know the individual circumstances about these people who are now being labeled as a gun offender, and the public is being misinformed that these people are dangerous, and they're not.
The offender database is available to anyone with internet access and has been praised by gun control activists as a way to prevent more violence. This comes shortly after at least 2 people were killed and dozens of others in the city were wounded in gun-related incidents over the span of just one weekend earlier in August. One of the youngest victims was an 8-year-old girl.
I really don't got no heart. That child shoot a child. That little girl innocent. She ain't did nothing to nobody. Just trying to play, be herself. She's trying to be a kid. Can't even be a kid.
Some critics of the database, however, have said while it does have good intentions, it could portray those listed as guilty before they've had their day in court. But for the families of those caught in the line of violence, including the father of a 14-year-old girl, they don't appear to be bothered by the database.
Please stop. It's killing our families. It's destroying the fiber of our communities. We have to stop this senseless killing. Because if we don't, there's nothing going to be left. There's nothing going to be left.
Proponents say the list is necessary after the city permitted Cook County judges to set affordable bails for nonviolent offenders. Meantime, Campanelli says the issue of gun violence could be lessened by starting in the schools and making sure students have what they need to avoid a life of crime. Megan Dyke, One American News.